Oh, hello, people. How are you? What's
Hey,
up? We are back. Back on a Saturday with my very good friends, Amber Gonzalez. How are you today, Amber? How are you doing on a Saturday?
I am doing great. How are you?
Doing well, feeling well. I'll get into that in a couple of minutes. Before I do, Rhino, Rygon. What's up, Ryan? How are you on a Saturday?
I'm really good. Amber forgot to mention that she's already 3 sheets to the wind and she's gone. Blast off.
Well, to be honest, I went to the movies. I had a beer at the movies. Came home, may have had a beer or two since I've been home. And you know how it goes. So,
yeah.
So like I said, welcome to Saturday Day Live at night. And it's Halloween time. So you'll notice that the thumbnail that I made for today's show, Halloweenish themed. It's got the mask of the Red Death on there. And it's because I wanted to get into the Halloween theme, scary season. This is my favorite time of year, my favorite time of the whole year. But I didn't have a whole lot of time. So I just took a thumbnail that I made last year when the Mask of the Red Death came out and changed it for today. So I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, man.
I'm thinking we might do some like cool stuff all October, like a bunch of like scary stuff. We can, kick it around tonight. But I was thinking like all month long, it might be cool to talk about like all of our favorite like Halloween traditions, favorite scary movies, favorite costumes we had as a kid, favorite scary action, like like whatever. You know what I mean? I think that would be fun to like talk about. What do you guys think?
I love that idea. Halloween's my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love summer. Summer's great. But fall is my absolute favorite because it's my favorite weather. Football comes back. Halloween, one of the best times of the year. Halloween. I love Halloween.
Best times.
And another thing about fall that's great is that even like when it's ending, like it's not really sad because you're going right into the holidays, right? So while you have the holidays in winter, like they end and then you've got January and February and it's like, fuck.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. All right. So as you can tell from my t-shirt, today is a little bit of a Transformers day for me. So Chase, my son, and I went to see Transformers 1 earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
So let me tell you this story. It was really, really cool. So Chase, my son, he's 13 now, and he and I, we've been going to see movies his whole life. Going to the movies is one of my favorite things to do. We love to go together. So he said he wanted to see the Transformers 1 movie, which is the new animated Transformers movie, which is sort of like an origin story for Optimus Prime and Megatron. And I see Curtis saying that. I was just a few minutes ago, Curtis, and it's on my phone right now. So he said he wanted to go see it. Chase wanted to go see it. So I'm like, all right, let's go see it. So I bought the tickets, and we had matinee tickets for today. And I'm sitting in my kitchen earlier today, laptop open, just doing some work, just knocking some stuff out. Chase comes down with like an armful of Transformers of his own. He busts out. He's got Blaster. He's got a Sharkticon. He's got a Quintesson. He's got Optimus Prime's trailer. He's got something else. And he's like looking at it. He puts it on the counter. He's like looking at it. And he's like, Daddy, is there any of these that you think can't make the trip? And I didn't know what he meant at first. Then I got it. We were going to see Transformers 1. So he was deciding which Transformers to bring with him. And I was like, my son. That's my son. I love you.
Proud dad moment right there. Yeah.
Hell yeah. He was picking which Transformers to bring with him to go see Transformers 1 the movie. And it doesn't end there. So we got to the theater. He's setting all the Transformers up on the little, like the little table, the little desk thing you get at the seat there. Yeah. And then he pulls out his phone because the 13-year-old has a phone now. And he's taking pictures of his Transformers toys in the theater. He's like lining it up around.
Nice.
And I was like, my
Yes.
son! That's my son! And then after security came over, no, I'm just kidding. Security didn't come over. But all the rest is true. Like, how cool is that? Like, he's bringing Transformers with him to the movies, like setting them up to take pictures of them in the movies. Like, freaking cool as hell.
So awesome.
Have you guys ever brought a toy to the movies?
Probably, I would say for me anyway, when the Power Rangers the movie came out,
Mhm.
I took a couple action figures with me there.
Very nice.
But you get the kids who are like, oh, that's not cool. He's still playing with toys. Well, dude, we're going to see the Power Rangers movie. How cool can we be?
Yeah, what the hell? I mean, first of all, that's awesome if you want to go see it. Second of all, hell yeah, bring them. Hell yeah. What, they can't have an outing? They can't have an outing and go see the movie, you know? They don't want to be inspired, you know? I have. Chase and I also went to go see Return of the Jedi last year when it came out in the theaters for the anniversary. And I brought my childhood Return of the Jedi figures that I still have and took a picture with them in the theater to see Return of the Jedi. And that's freaking
Nice.
cool. I don't care.
Yeah, man.
So
I've taken my little Polly Pocket suitcase places with me.
that's awesome. And that's what it's for, right?
Yes. I would take it everywhere.
Will you bring it to Legion's Con?
Do
I
you still
gave
have
it
it?
away. I gave it to a family member that like something had happened to their house, so she didn't have any toys anymore. And I felt like she needed these Polly Pockets. So I
You're a
gave
good
her the whole tin.
That's
This
amazing.
huge,
Yes.
big tin.
How cool is that? Good job, Amber.
Thanks, guys.
Being cool.
I
from
do
the-
have a
from the
lot of
jump.
other toys though. Big toy box.
from your childhood.
Oh yes.
That's
Yes.
freaking awesome.
Not 100% sure what's in it, but I know there's a lot of toys.
We need to get into that. That's a whole show right there. You know that, right, Amber?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a
right?
cool show. That's a cool show all the way around. Like, have a few
Yeah.
people on, like us three, Eric, maybe. That's enough right there. And just
Yeah.
if you still have any toys from your childhood, because not everybody does. It's, it's not uncommon that all that stuff might be gone. Do you have any toys from your childhood, and what are your favorites? What are the ones that you're really glad that you still have, and what are the ones that got away? Pretty cool, huh?
Yes. I'm so up for it.
All right, we're definitely gonna let's talk offline about that. That's a cool idea. So, all right, so I
Yeah.
did want to convey to everybody. So, the rest of the story is Transformers the movie is awesome. It is so good. It is way better than I even was looking forward to. It's so cool. It's so cool that when the movie was finished, Chase and I both were like, "That was awesome. That was freaking awesome." And Chase looks at me and he's like, "Was that better than Transformers the movie, the original from the 80s?"
Oh.
And I'll say, not quite, because Transformers the movie from the 80s is one of my favorite movies ever and is amazing. But I had to think about it. And that's all I'll say. I would suggest for anybody who has any love for Transformers at all, which I think is probably going to be most of the people who end up watching
That's
this.
something.
Brick.
Easily better.
I love you, brother. I love you. Let's not do that. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. There we go.
You were breaking my heart, Brick. You were breaking my heart. But I still would have loved you. I still would have loved you anyway. Yeah, the 80s movie, come on. Ending with Till All Are One. The whole thing, everything about it. So cool. One of my favorite movies. Maybe top 5 ever. Period. End stop with a T on the end. Oh my god, are you guys seeing this?
What's
like-
happening?
I don't know. There's something coming through here. I'm not.
Oh.
Huh.
Hold on a second. Hold on. What is this? Hold on, guys. Something's breaking in. Hold on. So, an unprecedented situation that is currently unfolding. And, needless to say, if you do have access to Velveeta shells and cheese, keep it close. Breaking news! The alchemist Swig is on the run. King Noglin and his forces are currently pursuing the alchemist Swig all across the land of Mythos. And we are receiving reports that various factions are joining the chase. But for what purpose? I'm being told that our correspondent, Terrence St. John, is on the scene with some more information. TSJ, what's going on down there?
How you guys doing?
TSJ, what's going on, man?
How are you guys
What's
doing?
up?
Now, normally I would probably come to you from like my home studio or something like that, but with what's going on, I'm traveling all day trying to track down Swig, and I'm not alone apparently. There's all sorts of forces of who knows what kind of machinations are assembling to try to track down Swig ahead of me. I've seen some bizarre creatures out there looking for Swig today, and I can only hope that I'll get to him first. King Noglin is not happy, and it seems that Swig has become such a threat that even people that you wouldn't think would be in the pursuit of Swig are out there looking for him as well. There was a guy chasing him down with a hot dog cart today. I didn't expect to see that. I saw guys with all sorts of weaponry, Templar Knights, all sorts of things. There are checkpoints. It seems like all of Mythos seems to be closing the net on our favorite alchemist.
Wow. So what's the latest here? Where do we think this is going, TSJ?
Well, I mean, I am besides myself. This is not the Swig I know. I don't think he would purposely do anything evil. I mean, he's clearly, he's a troublemaker, but in the same way that my son's a troublemaker, not somebody I would think that would require the kind of manpower I'm seeing assemble to go after him. So I don't know. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Terrence, so here's a question here, and anybody in the chat, if you have a question here about this ongoing pursuit, this developing story, please go ahead and leave your question in the chat. I know we don't have a lot of time here, but TSJ, do we think this is like a coordinated effort? So is this the type of thing where, like, who's driving? Is it just King Noglin that's driving this pursuit? Like, is there more to the story? What are you seeing so far?
Well, there's a lot of things that I think you'll have to read between the lines at the moment. From what I'm getting, it initially started out where it seemed like the Goblins were the forefront of this crusade to try to catch Swig. But as the day has gone on since yesterday, I should really say, it seems like more and more people, obviously not allied with Noglin, have gotten involved, and I can only think now that I think people are seeing the potential of capturing Swig for whatever their reasons are. I mean, if Noglin really thinks Swig is this dangerous, I can only imagine other people see him as something that can be weaponized. So, it seems like I haven't seen anything like this, and since like maybe we've gone after war criminals in the past.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is something. I mean, I don't think of Swig as a bad guy in that sense, but again, if Noglin is seeing him as somebody who needs to be captured and needs to be punished, I can only imagine that other people might see a twisted value in apprehending Swig for their own purposes.
Are they getting closer to capturing him, or is he still a little bit out of reach?
Well, so he's out of reach in the sense that even I can't find him, and I would say up until a couple days ago, me and Swig talked regularly. I mean, I speak to Swig more than I speak to my parents, and that's saying something. But Swig, he's been out of communication for the last couple of days, and throughout the last 48 hours, I have definitely, it's been a roller coaster ride. I have considered, maybe this isn't even Swig. Maybe this is one of his duplicates. I mean, there's 1,000 of them out there. And is Swig being wrongly framed for something he didn't do? But in the same vein, I can't contact Swig. So what does that mean? I also have gotten word that Van and Jordan from Purple Gang Gang have come into, they've acquired some footage that they plan to debut tonight that they say will blow the roof off this thing. And so I think we'll definitely have to check that out. It'll be news to me as well. But like I said today, I have seen a barrage of different types of characters, bounty hunters, the likes of which I have never seen. And so I just don't know how far this is going to go. But I am hoping that, we can find Swig safely. I also have heard that there are a number of people that are allying themselves with Swig. And I would definitely count myself amongst that. There are a lot of Swigs out there I've heard who are doing their best to distract Fort Noglin's forces from finding the real Swig.
So TSJ, there's a lot going on there. So possibly tonight, Purple Gang Gang with some exclusive footage here. So if there's people out there, people that hear this story here that want to help, that want to see what they can do, what can they do? I mean, I'm thinking that it probably starts with checking out Purple Gang Gang tonight. Is that right?
Absolutely. Stay in the loop on what's happening. Check out Purple Gang Gang. I don't know what that footage is going to be, but I have a feeling it's going to open our minds to some new possibilities in this story. I think that, continue to follow it. I know that our friend Oscar Damas on Oscar Damas Toys will be following the story beyond that. And then Brick Something will be covering it tomorrow. And that will lead into, I know that I will be appearing on Shooting the Shelf with Joe Gonzalez and Kirby Smith, and we will hopefully have more answers by then. But I would say the other thing too is if you have an opinion on where you stand with Swig, come forward and let us know. If you're making a Swig for Legion's Con, I think that's helpful. If you're going to pop and swap or customize a Swig or just bring a standard Swig, each Swig that comes into the fold, I think makes it harder for Noglin to find the real Swig. So I think we all have to get on board with this.
So if there's Swigs that want to come forward and help out, is there something they can do, or should they just stay tuned to these other shows to find out?
Well, I mean, definitely stay in the loop. But I would say if you are currently working on a customized Swig or a pop and swap Swig or Swig, by all means, post it onto the Cabal, post it onto Instagram, and put it with the hashtag 1000 Swigs. Let us know that you're out there. This can help Swig because we can forward you in that direction. But also, we do have a registration now that if you go to the Mythic Legion's Cabal, you will definitely find the registration form. Let us know that you're going to be participating in the 1000 Swigs event at Legion's Con this year.
All right, so there you have it, guys. Check out Mythic Legion's Cabal. In the Cabal, check out the featured post. If you're a Swig that wants to come forward and help out here and do some good, that's where you can do it. Featured post in the Mythic Legion's Cabal. Register the Swig. Ryan and Amber, any final questions here?
No, I just want to say I stand with Swig.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely.
We all stand with Swig. TSJ, any final words?
Well, I'm en route right now. I'm following up on a lead to get to where I've heard Swig is, although I've had some rough leads today. I found myself in a Denny's in Southeast Mythos earlier today.
Wow.
That turned out being a dead lead, and thanks to Dirk's Designs, he had given me a lead that just left me in a trash dump not long ago. He told me I'd find Swig there, and that didn't turn up anything except for garbage. But I did find an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure there, so that was something. But hopefully, and I mean, I would rather have been checking out the Transformers movie myself, but that's going to have to wait until I can get a little bit further with this storyline with Swig and finding out where he is and making sure my buddy is safe.
Wow. Okay. A lot going on there. TSJ, you're really doing the real work out there. We appreciate you out there taking the risks. Keep us updated, my friend, okay? And good luck in Swig speed.
Thank you, sir.
Safe travels.
Thank you, friend.
Wow, guys. Whew. A lot going on there. I'll just say, get out there, guys, and do your part. We're all in this together, right? We're all in this together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there we go. Yes, guys, continue to stay in the loop. Make sure to check out Jordan and Van tonight on Purple Gang Gang Live, starting at 9 o'clock on the Purple Gang Gang YouTube channel. Not only potentially some Goblin updates as far as the Swig Hunt goes and some exclusive footage, also Dennis Derby. Did you guys hear about this? Dennis Derby on Purple Gang Gang? That's tonight, right?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen there?
A whole lot of shenanigans, but in the best way. Uh,
It's definitely shenanigans.
But you wonder, like, is it the real Dennis? Is it a version of Dennis we haven't seen before? I kind of got the
It's-
idea that Dennis is actually going to be there.
But could it be a purple imposter, Dennis? Because you remember the purple imposters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but put it this way, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe more than one version of Dennis shows up at some point.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that.
So what else has been going on this week? So did you guys get a Frankenstein's creature in by any chance?
Yes.
Yes,
So
we did.
I got my
thought-
all in. Still my favorite figure
Badass.
release.
Badass.
Man.
The stitching on it
about
is
that figure.
just perfect.
It's crazy, right? So I think I mentioned this, I think last week, that I bought this copy of Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein here, hoping that it was going to be like the 1818 version, like the original version. And it's not. It's the 1831 version. So I went back on eBay, started searching again, and I think earlier today, another printing was delivered that is supposed to be the 1818 text. We'll see. I haven't looked at it
Nice.
yet, so we'll see.
Also, if you haven't, check out Book Lair over in the Dork Lair. It is a great place to have the discussion about, and don't feel awkward about it, because the first time they posted for the letters, I felt awkward and I didn't say anything. But this time, I got over the awkwardness and just hopped right in there.
It's pretty cool. So if anybody that hasn't heard about it yet, so basically kind of inspired by this Figura Obscura release, the Frankenstein's creature, the design of that creature, as most of you probably know, but maybe somebody who's watching this right now doesn't know, that that version of the figure is inspired by the version of Frankenstein's creature from the original novel, Frankenstein or Prometheus, by Mary Shelley. Prometheus Returns, I forget. But because of that, a lot of people started talking about the book and how accurate it was to the book and blah, 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 and all this. So it turned into a virtual online book club hosted on the Dork Layer Collectors group on Facebook, which is an awesome Facebook group, one of the few very, very cool ones on the internet. So if you're a collector and you're here and you're checking this out, I urge you to go check out the Dork Lair Collectors group on Facebook, and therein check out the featured post.
I agree, Jesse.
There's one for Book Lair, which is like the book club, and the first book we're doing right now is Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and we're still very early. This is only week 2. It's really, really cool. So there's a different post for each week, and then the comments have various questions that everybody can sort of comment on and interact on there. And it's being run by Bill from the Dork Lair, and also Legends Collector 1321. Dylan is kind of co-running it. Like, I know the week 2 questions were pretty much mostly from Dylan, so pretty cool. Yeah. I haven't gotten a chance to dive into the week 2 questions yet. I did hop on the week 1 questions a little bit. So week 2, this is where we start getting into the part of the story that's actually Victor Frankenstein's story, as it's being relayed to us. So what are you guys thinking right now? What about the book, about the book club portion of it? Like, what's your deal? What are your thoughts?
Go ahead, Amber.
Well, I haven't read the book yet, but Ryan has read me some parts.
Mhm.
But I love that there's like a book layer and that like everybody can read it and have a discussion about it.
Totally. It's
Do you
awesome.
plan on reading it?
No, those words are too big for me.
Yeah, you can do the audiobook.
I'm gonna be like, I can't read this.
I actually have been doing. I'm a big audiobook guy. Like part of it's just time, and like a lot of us, like I commute a lot of times for my job, so that's a lot of times what I'll do is I'll listen to a book. I'm already listening to another book, but I am now doing Frankenstein at the same time and just like alternating, which is a little bit confusing sometimes. um, but it's awesome. One thing, Amber, your comment that sort of reminded me, one of the coolest things, if you have like a significant other or even like a good buddy, is reading to each other. So, one thing my wife and I did very, very early on in our relationship, and we've done it ever since then, although we haven't really done it recently, we should do it again, is is like read a book together. And what we'll do is we'll take the book, one person reads one chapter out loud, the other one reads the next chapter, and just alternate on and off. And just naturally, you start discussing it and stuff like that. It started because back in the day, we would be driving home
Okay.
to my house, and like one person has to drive, so the other person would read, and we
Yeah.
would just switch on and off. It's really cool and really fun. What were you trying to say, man?
No. I was gonna say I was reading to Amber. I started, I think it was in chapter 1, but
Mhm.
she didn't like that I did a voice for Victor Frankenstein. So I think I got maybe
Did?
half. Yeah, I got like half a paragraph through, and she's like, "Okay, stop, just stop," because I got into it, and she did not want to listen after that. I was like, "All right, I guess I'll just read to
I
myself then."
couldn't take it
Can
seriously.
you have the book anywhere close to you right now? Because you did last time. Do you have the book close to you?
No, it's in the other room.
Damn it! How far away? Could you get it in like 2 seconds or no? Or is it a pain in the butt?
I could, but I'm not going to.
Okay, you're not going to. Fine. But how about this? How about this? Will you just say anything in your Victor Frankenstein voice for us?
Yeah, Ryan, give us your Victor Frankenstein voice.
I can't do it.
Damn it!
Come on.
Because it was like in the
Mhm.
moment kind of thing. It was what I pictured him sounding like at that point in time. I kind of, I wouldn't say ego driven, but kind of sort of. So I kind of had like this pompous and like the pomp and circumstance bullshit to my accent. And I think that's why she told me to shut up.
When I had attained the age of 17, my parents resolved that I should become a student at the University of Ingolstadt.
It was close to that.
How about just Ingolstadt?
That was beautiful.
Anyway. But you do that, right? Like if you're not listening to an audiobook, if you're actually reading a book, you have to have the movie plays out in your head, right? So I know
Yeah.
what I do a lot of times is I will picture. Sometimes it takes a while to get there, but I'll picture like an actor. Like each role will have an actor, uh,
Mhm.
and we'll kind of go from there. I'm not there yet in Frankenstein. It's still really early on. Number one, do you do that? Number two, do you have anybody in mind for the characters in Frankenstein?
Ooh.
Mm. Were we talking about Frankenstein, like Victor Frankenstein or Frankenstein's creature?
Either one. Wait, either one.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Who would you say, Amber?
I can't think of anyone. I need to think about it.
I probably haven't lived with it long enough to really decide yet. Like, what about is his name Bolton or Walton? The initial guy. Is it Bolton?
Oh, I already
Walton.
forget.
It's Walton. I'm pretty sure it's Walton. Somebody correct me out here. I don't even have anybody for him yet. Well, I don't know. Point being, I definitely do that, but I haven't done it yet. and the Book Lair group is pretty cool. In the Dork Lair Collectors group, check it out. So my movie weekend might not be over yet, you guys.
What are you saying?
So my daughter earlier today asked to see Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice. And I'm a huge fan of the old Beetlejuice from the 80s. And so I need to go see the new one while it's still in theaters. So we have tickets for tomorrow. So I might be back to back Transformers 1 today and then the Beetlejuice movie tomorrow. What do you guys think about that?
I love that.
Yes.
I want to see that movie, so you're going to have to tell me how it is.
I also think it's cool that you do, like, well, obviously you can all do it as a family, but that you do certain things with certain kids. I like how you bring Chase and then you bring Grayson.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like
they
they need that. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be plenty of times when it's like, listen, this is the family. We're all together. You know, all that stuff. Like, you got to do it. But I do think the kids need to, like, as much as possible, have some one-on-one parent time, you know, with this parent or that parent. And it just so happens that we can do that at different times, whether it's going to a convention or going to the movies or something like that. Plus, Chase hates his sister. So that also helps. Makes it, no, I'm just kidding. He doesn't hate her. But they do, like, for like 8 years in a row now, all they do is fight all the time, and they love to do it. So I don't know what to tell you. But I'm really pumped about it.
Siblings. Yeah.
So I will say that, do I have no. All right, sorry. I was looking at hooking up my extra camera here because I did have a Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot show up today.
Yeah, I saw that. Is it like one big thing or a bunch of small things? Like a couple of figures?
So it's mainly one big thing. It's mainly one big thing.
Also, while you're doing that, what do you think about Stavros? That's the name of the figure, right?
Oh yeah, we can pull that up in a second too. Here. There, sorry. We got a camera here. So the big thing that I got that I'm going to do a review on is the Mezco 5 points Mezco Monsters Tower of Terror, which is like a haunted house type thing done with like the cardboard. I guess it's probably similar to like extreme sets, I assume. Play set with all of the monsters in 5 points versions. So like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy. I think there's a werewolf in there. So that's the big thing. So I actually filmed the intro of that today. So that's there. But I also got Animal Warriors of the Kingdom AWOC Tiberius. So I posted this in the Dork Lair Collectors group. Another great reason to join that group is that people will often post whenever they see like a good deal or something like that or a sale going on. And the other day, earlier, I guess this must have been last week, BBTS is doing their it's like 25 days of daily sales or something like that. And one day, oh, that's funny. You can see bad blood on my phone. Tiberius, so one of the OGs here, $22. $22 for Tiberius. So I had to grab him. So now I have 2 AWOC figures. And I got the SH Figuarts Keaton Batman from the Flash movie, but still Keaton Batman. Like, how freaking cool is that?
That's so cool.
Yeah. Was that also on sale, or was that like a previous purchase?
No, the reason why I did purchase this was because it was on sale. Because I just had the haunted house in my pile of loot. I didn't have anything else, but I wanted to set it up during Halloween season. So I was like, all right, I got to ship it anyway. Let me see what else I can throw in there that I would actually want to stretch out the shipping. Tiberius was an easy call, and then as I was scrolling through the sales, this guy was 40% off. And
Wait, hold on.
Boom, enabled.
exactly. See, you understand me. Exactly. So yeah, SH Figure Arts, Keaton Batman, 40% off.
Yeah.
Ooh, Plunder Strongs right now on the daily deal.
I got for Amber I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, the Narfrog, the red one with the lobster claws.
Oh, dude, I have that one, and I've never opened it.
Do you love it? Oh,
I love it from inside the package. If Eric was here,
Yeah,
he'd
you'd
be making fun of me. So there we go. Let's open up an SH Figure Arts figure.
Now, you don't usually do figure arts, do you? I know you've done like a couple here and there, but I didn't think you were like that
Not
much
a
of a fan
ton.
of the
I probably have less than 10 altogether.
Gotcha.
I love them. I think they're so fun in hand. Like the way they move around, and they're so smooth right at the package because the engineering. Like, I love them. It's just that they're fairly expensive. Like, most of them are. They can be like 80, 90. They can be like 60, 70, 80, 90. But like they can be pretty expensive. So, but this one I got on sale. What other ones do I have? I have
Got the indie too, right?
Yes. Yeah, the SH Figure Arts Indie is incredible. I have the first I think it was the first Mandalorian they did. And then I got the Eternals Kingo. Don't make fun of me. There's not a lot of Indian action figures out there. So when they made a Kingo, I was like, I'm getting them.
Who were we to judge?
Hmm?
I said, who were we to judge?
There we go. So there we go. There it is.
oh, that's cool.
Michael Keaton.
Is the cape wired?
Cape is wired, but I think it's just
Nice.
on the outside.
Yeah,
Not at the bottom.
still better than nothing. Usually they don't wire the capes.
Yeah, so there you go. So it looks like you can see. It is wired. It is wired. But again, not around the bottom. It's like cloth. It's not like vinyl or anything like that. Still feels good in hand. Head doesn't move around, but that's accurate.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
And then there's also an uncowled head. That's old Michael Keaton.
Oh,
Pretty good. You know, I have never seen the Flash movie, that new Flash movie. Have you guys checked it out?
Yes.
What'd you think?
The more I sat with it, the less I liked it.
Yeah.
But I think the best part about it was Keaton. And I will say, Sasha Callie, the lady who played Supergirl, I thought that she was pretty good.
mm-hmm.
But as far as Ezra Miller, there's something about him. I didn't think he fit that role at all.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that, I think.
Plus, the way
he's
really goofy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with him, right?
yeah. Absolutely too much. So
the one thing Figure Arts does do that I don't really like is like a lot of their stuff can be a little bit fiddly.
Yeah.
They would have like little tiny parts like that. They love having tiny little itty bitty parts.
And drop that on the carpet, it's gone.
Oh yeah, that's never. First of all, that's never lasting. Well, no. You know what? It's not just around the outside. I lied to you. There's another one down the middle.
Huh.
Wired
Huh.
down the middle. But this is a keeper. He's a keeper. There we go. I just pulled his arm off. He's a keeper. He's fun. Figure arts is fun. And for 40% off, can't beat it.
No.
Mm-mm.
Nah. Especially when you need to get something else in your pile of loot. You can't just ship one thing.
No. You can't ship one thing. But I can't wait to
That's
open
just
it.
silly.
So I've got a hot take. A hot take, guys.
All right, let's hear it.
So last week I opened up my very first hot toy ever. The Hot Toys 89 Batman, right? Been waiting for it for a very long time. Meant a lot because me, you, and Eric all got them at the same time. Now I opened it up. It was amazing. It was cool. And the one thing I was wondering was, here's the danger. By opening up this hot toy and experiencing this ultimate toy experience for the first time, am I going to want to become a hot toy collector now? Because like they're expensive, obviously, right? But it didn't hurt that bad. I did one of the sideshow payment plans, and I didn't even notice it. Didn't even notice it. So I'm like, man,
Sometimes.
I really like this. Am I going to go immediately and order like 2 hot toys, right? And I think the answer to that question is probably not. Actually, probably not. Like,
Holding off.
yeah, because so I opened the 89 Batman, and he's actually upstairs in a place of honor right now on our dining room table, right? And he looks awesome. He looks cool. But it's kind of like you open the hot toy up, you take it out, and then it's like, now what do I do with it? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what?
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of the seamless body or not, but they're not terribly fun to move around. Like the legs, like if you pull the leg out, it snaps back down. I don't want to break it, right? And I kind of don't love the cape, to be honest with you. Like I think the cape could
cape
be
is-
way better.
Little wonky. So I think that it's more so of a statement piece, and it definitely has the shelf presence. I will say that they are excellent. It is the sculpt itself on like the Keaton, like the mouth. I will say the like the unhelmeted heads that they do are fantastic, but I don't think like I wouldn't. That's not something I would get to do toy photography with. I can barely do toy photography with 1/12 scale. I can't imagine 1/6.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it's awesome. Like I love it. But like I'm
Yeah.
not burning to go to like, oh, I need to go get like an my favorite, like I don't need to like, do I need to get like an Indiana Jones hot toy? No. Like, do I need to get I mean maybe a Darth Vader, because the Darth Vader probably has can come with like light up stuff. Like that would be a really cool statement piece.
That'd
But
be
that
cool.
might be it. Like as far as like high end figures, like I think I'm good with like Mezco. Like I think I'm good with Mezco figures. Speaking of which, did you pass on that the new Doc Knock, the new Mezco Doc Knock?
I did. As great as it looked, I am actually scaling back on my Mezco.
Yeah, I know that.
Did you jump on that? Well, I think you did, didn't you?
I did end up, and I wasn't going to, and here's why. Like number one, sorry guys. Number one, we're within striking distance of Legion's Con, right? So it's kind of like, don't want to spend too much money on the hobby because I would like to have a little bit of freedom to do so at Legion's Con. Plus, I never got the original Doc Knock. I never got the Red Death or whatever it's called, the Red Doc Knock. I never got either one of them, and I want to. I still want to. I think that small body is awesome. I think it's kind of hysterical, actually. And I almost kind of don't care which one. Like, I kind of still plan to get either the red one or the original black one. And I'm like, this new one is not different enough from the original that I would need to have this one, and I think I like if I needed to pick one, I would pick the small body instead of this new bigger body, right? It's the monster who hunts monsters or something like that. But I was having a bad day. And two, on top of that, Super 7, I had pre-ordered the Super 7 Dungeons and Dragons Vecna, which is similar to the Vecna character that was in Stranger Things, right? Which makes sense. I got the email from Super 7 saying the pre-order was canceled because apparently they Thomas says I had a similar experience with Mando. It's a beautiful showpiece but limited playability, talking about the Hot Toys figure. Plus they take up lots of space. Yeah, I just don't like it's awesome, it's cool, but like I can't imagine for me personally not like just keeping it to a couple of characters here. So that Super 7 Vecna, the pre-order got canceled, I guess, because they didn't get enough orders, I guess, which is weird because the pre-order closed like over a month ago, I think.
It's been a while.
So it's weird that news just came out now. Maybe they were in negotiations with like retailers or whatever. I don't know what it was, but for whatever the reason, they didn't get enough orders or whatever. So the email went out that they canceled the Vecna pre-order. So if you had your orders in, and they were through Super 7, I don't remember if it was an exclusive or not, but you paid up front and you're going to be getting a refund because they're not doing the figure, which sucks. It sucks. Billy Beige did a little video about it if you want a few more details, but we don't know too much. All we know is that the figure got canceled. Presumably not enough people pre-ordered it. That sucks. But since now I knew that I was going to get a $55 refund coming down the pike, I was like, well, that was money already spent. That's essentially like a $55 coupon on this Esco Doc Knock. And I went in there, shebang, and pre-ordered it. Because it does look cool. I'm into it. It'll be now my first Doc Knock, but I'm still going to want one of the smaller bodies.
So with that being said, when they release is it the Lobster Mobster or the Mobster Lobster? When they release that, are you going in on that, or are you just keeping Doc Knock as Doc Knock and nobody else?
Possibly. Now the thing is, like Doc Knock on a Mezco shelf, and again, like I'm with my shelves, I can do it either way. Like I'll have like a shelf that's just one thing, like that's just Mo2, but it'll be like everything from like vintage, classics, reaction, a bunch of different stuff. Or sometimes I'll have shelves that are like the theme is like a color or like fantasy or sci-fi, you know what I mean? So Mezco can be like mixed in with a bunch of other figures. But I can have Doc Knock with my Atticus Doom and like with other stuff. So we'll see. Like I have right now I have I guess you would call it like an adventurer shelf where I've got like some Egyptian stuff and like different things like that where that kind of like go together. I could see him going like in that type of shelf. But I'm excited to get him. So 6 to 8 weeks. So it's not, it doesn't ship out right away, but it's also not a long pre-order. Mezco says this guy's going to ship out in 6 to 8 weeks. Very nostalgic. Feels like it's 1988 all over again when everything you ordered by mail was 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
I think it's only because it's the New York Comic Con exclusive. So I think it'll ship after that. They just wanted to do, because they did the same thing with I think all the Gomez's and like the Pink Skulls.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly.
So another big thing is New York Comic Con is coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks. And I'm excited about it. I'm going. Ryan, you're going. Amber, I'm sad to hear that you won't be going.
Yeah. I know. I couldn't get off work.
But the big news to me was that Mezco is coming back. Mezco hasn't been to New York Comic Con since 2018, maybe 18, maybe 19.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2000. 2019 might have been the last time.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And it just stinks because that's Mezco's hometown major convention, and for them not to be there has kind of sucked, especially since Mezco used to kind of hook it up when it came to like the swag and everything and the stuff that would be available. But they're going to be back, so I'm excited about it. But I hope they have stuff other than this new Doc Knock because since I've already pre-ordered the Doc Knock, I would like to see what else I could kind of get my hands on.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping, like, I know they won't have a ton of the older figures, but maybe something that has, like, they have sitting around, kind of like what the Horsemen do, but Mezco style.
Yeah, I mean,
We got a $4.99 super chat
boots,
and boots.
boots.
Hola,
Kevin Boots says,
STL crew.
"Hola, STL crew."
What up, dude?
I'm still stepping on your dick over here. Look at this.
You're
Sorry about
good. You're good, man.
She said that.
There's Tiberius. There you go. Yeah, these AWOC figures are awesome, man. But I'm excited
Oh,
about
yeah.
Mezco being there. Oh, something else big about New York Comic Con. Guess who else is going to be there? The Horsemen are going to have a table there.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard. Have you heard? I haven't heard exactly what the if it's like street team or there's going to be guys from the studio. So I don't know. I don't know yet.
Is Joe still here? Joe, could you possibly answer that if you were still in the chat?
Yeah. Ooh, Booth says I want to make a mythic Doc Nocturnal. That's cool. Anybody ever done that before?
I don't think so.
We get some CJ, some soft goods, get a skull head. That's something else that's coming down the pike.
Skullman head might work for that. Right?
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But the Horsemen are coming out with a skeleton 4-pack. So the Skeleton Legion Builder was like the figure that sort of like took the collecting world by storm just recently. Is sold out everywhere. But it looks like we've got a 4-pack of skeletons that's going to be available coming up pretty soon. Here, I'll try to call it up actually. But it looks like it's going to be through like the retail partners. So Ryan, what are your thoughts on the skeleton pack?
I think it's awesome. From what I hear, it is a slightly different color variation, which is also cool. And for all the people that missed out, here's another chance to get it. Another reason the Horsemen are a fantastic company.
Yes.
And I do love that they're pushing, it seems like they're pushing more stuff to the retailers, which is nice to see that appreciation.
Yeah.
It does feel like that they're putting in a lot of work to kind of nurture those relationships. Like they had like the Sword Horseman gifts that sort of went out to some of the retailers out there. They're redoing some of the retailer pricing that's going to make it a little bit more customer friendly, that I think is going to drive more orders and more business to the retailers. And now we've got this. So it's the special edition Graveyard Skeletons 4-pack set. It's going to be on a timed pre-order. So a timed pre-order from October 14th to Halloween. So it's going to run from the 14th to Halloween. So 2 weeks from storehorseman.com and participating retailers. So it sounds like the pre-order is going to be available from both Store Horseman and the retailers. So it sounds like at the same time, but I guess that could be, maybe a week at Store Horseman, a week at the retailers. Maybe it's 2 weeks that are available where it's available from both. First time I can remember that happening. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how
Because it's always been Store Horseman, then the retailers.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that the price is going to be the same across the board, like at Store Horseman and the retailers? Or is that a dumb question?
I don't think it's a dumb question at all, because ordering from Store Horseman has always been less expensive than ordering from retailers, right? It always has been. So I don't think that they would have. I don't think that they would have a pre-order, two pre-orders going on at the same time, where it's the same set available cheaper from Store Horseman than it is from the retailers. So I would
Yeah.
think that there's something else going on, or maybe, like I said, maybe it's the first week is Store Horseman, the second week is the retailers, or something.
Okay.
Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know, or maybe there's other details we just don't know yet. So if it's going to be different prices, I think there'll be staggered pre-orders. If they're the same price, then maybe it's just, wherever you like. Yes, good point. Thomas says he's interested to see like the packaging art. It's going to have like a special art that we've never seen. I believe I've heard that. Yeah, Joe says that they were trying to balance the pricing. They did say they were trying to balance the pricing, but I still believe that like this is just going on through all of the lines, across all of the lines. I still believe that Store Horseman will still be the cheapest, the least expensive, as between ordering direct and then ordering from the retailers. That gap is much closer, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
guess,
it's still a bargain. Still a great price for these figures.
yeah, and so we were having, and again, I haven't heard anything about what pricing would be, but I guess just to speculate, I had thought maybe 120. Does that sound right?
That's about where I was at.
Yeah, 120-ish. But I mean, I think the biggest thing is that like, some of these were starting to go for like stupid prices on eBay
Yep.
and things like that. And I think a lot of people were saying, just relax, unless you need it. If you need it and you want to spend, $80 on one skeleton, go for it. If that's what you want to do with your money, go ahead. But I think most of us sort of could read the tea leaves and say that, at some point they're going to make these skeletons available somehow, some way, a different version, something. I think Cornboy pretty much said as much at some point, or at least suggested it strongly. And here we go. It's a 4-pack. It is a slightly different colorway, as people in the business call it. This is more of like an ashen gray, right?
I'm just waiting for the 4-pack and the scaphoid colors because I'd be all over that. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't think we're going to get that initially, but I think Jonathan Hughes could probably cook that up for us. He could do sort of like the Hughes versions. And then there was also, here we go.
Now, is this something you're going to get, like, you're just going to order one 4-pack, or are you going to do 2 4-packs?
Probably just one. It's sort of, it depends. I think probably just one, because I still have, I think, one or two. I only have one skeleton open. So I have like one or two skeletons that are just still in the package. You know what I mean? So I have a couple. If I got a 4-pack, 5 or 6 skeletons in stock is probably plenty for me to have. And I still have probably at least a couple of the initial Legion builders if I just want to, paint up a skeleton.
Ooh, do you
Yeah.
have any special accessories?
They said, I thought it was confirmed that there's going to be either additional or different accessories than came with the original skeleton. So yeah,
I'm in for that.
Yeah, me too. So this guy's happening too. Same day.
Yeah.
October 14th. Do I have that? October 14th, the same day the skeleton pack goes up for sale. They're also putting up, or for pre-order, excuse me. They're also putting up the Heavy Gunner, the Cosmic Legion's Heavy Gunner, for an in-stock sale. In stock, baby. So if you haven't gotten this guy yet, he's in like a green and goldish tan kind of color scheme going on here.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan.
It's a great figure.
It is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And seeing it like in person and in hand, you might be lukewarm on it just looking at the picture, but it's it's a great colorway for those figure, and I'm all for getting more Century Science Officer Tusk bodies. That's what I was going for. Words are hard today.
Yeah, Boots has his skeleton. He's having problems with his skeleton. That sucks, man. I'm
I've
sorry.
seen a couple people have that issue too.
I don't know if they were trying to, because I didn't like. I often don't, unfortunately, don't follow my own advice, which I really should do, as far as heating figures up. The skeleton that I opened, like I never heated him up. Although I did open him, it was August, but still, like I had him down at vacation with me. I had him at the beach, a couple of times, like moving him around, no problem, no issues, whatsoever. But I don't know. I guess I wasn't doing anything too ridiculous as far as popping and swapping or customizing. But I did have him again at the beach messing around. So that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Heavy Gunner, are you going in on any of these?
I not now. I was able to pick it up at, I think actually Tanya grabbed one for us from IshCon, and then they recently had it at ToyCon, so I grabbed an extra. Did you end up getting this at ToyCon? I don't remember if you did.
I bought one at ToyCon, but I actually already have one. And that's because the good folks at Immortal Collections, Carlo in particular,
great people,
gifted me one. He came up and just sent me one. It was kind of awesome. And because of that, I've been waiting for the in-stock sale, but right before the in-stock sale drops, my review of the Heavy Gunner will go up.
Nice.
To kind of get my thoughts on the Heavy Gunner out there. I'll probably drop it on the 13th, probably the day before, maybe the 12th, I haven't decided yet. But there will be a Heavy Gunner review.
By the way, I wanted to say congrats on hitting 100K on the sneak peek of the Armory figures.
Oh yeah, well 1K.
1K.
Yeah.
What did I say?
100K. That would be great. That would be amazing.
1K.
But
there he goes with those words again.
You shut your mouth. You stop it.
On the channel, my review of the Armory figures, which I had the pleasure of taking a look at ToyCon live, the review did hit 1,000 views, so that was cool. Thank you guys. So,
hey man, Hedgehog doing big things.
So I'm just looking around because
it's all about dancing scullies.
Yeah, can you give me 2 seconds? I'm just gonna go grab something real quick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Well, good. We can banter. So, Amber, what did you think about the Stavros? If I'm saying that right, what did you think about it when you saw it? You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
I don't.
And you call yourself a toy collector. Come on.
So I probably do. I probably just don't know what it's called.
The Big Bad Toy Store Dragon.
Duh. Oh, okay. I just forgot what his name was. I'm like really excited though.
That's it. What did you think of the figure?
I'm
not gonna let
I
you off
love
the hook
it.
that easy. Oh my god.
And I can't wait to get one in hand.
What'd you think about the soft goods?
You were pretty.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're so baked.
What what do you think?
I like the black. I think it's menacing, and I like the black with the red soft goods and the I'm not sure what the emblem on the soft goods is, but I really appreciate that. I just wish the only thing I wish that it came with a fire breathing effect.
Yeah, how cool would that be?
But Chucky's Geek Spot, he's got you. Just hit him up. He'll be at Legion's Con this year too.
I think I saw those.
I'm not sure about the pricing on those. Fair enough. I already got one
What
on
Ed
pre-order. I'll
said.
pre-order another one. So, how many 4-packs are you going to order? Forgot to ask you.
Well, that's a good question. I feel like 3 would be an ideal number. Then you have 12, and you can just have them, running around all over the place.
The emblem is a Sir Gerard stylized BBTS logo. Appreciate you, Boots.
Ah,
Thank you.
there it is.
We're just talking about the
The
Big
Stavros.
Bad Toys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that I am capable of pulling that up. So I did not do that. So we've just been talking without an image.
Silly goose.
Go. There we go.
See,
Yeah.
if I had a picture to go off of, Ryan, would have.
Yeah, I pre-ordered this guy. Like, great
Oh,
colors.
yeah.
I love this body. I love Arachagore already. So this was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
Same for you guys, or what's the deal?
Oh, yeah. It was an instant pre-order.
Oh yeah.
I was just saying the
Absolutely.
only thing that I wish that they added was just a little fire breathing effect.
Look how pretty that is.
Hopefully we can rely on some of our third-party customizing homies out there to
Chucky's
pick that up.
Chucky's Geek Spot, light up and everything.
Yeah, 100%. And maybe Detour Customs. Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I did get one of his thrones at ToyCon. They are
Oh, you did?
so
You got one of the thrones?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're badass.
Yeah, they're really cool. But yeah. Oh, what's up? Oz is in the house. What's up, Oz? Yeah, don't forget, after we sign off, Purple Gang Gang at 9 o'clock, Purple Gang Gang Live, they're going to have Dennis Derby. And they're going to have some exclusive footage with respect to the Swig Hunt. And Ostradamus Toys, I think, is going to be following the story as well. So there we go.
Appreciate you having me.
You know what I'm going to do
You know what I meant.
with this Stavros, and I said this before, I hate to, so that is the, actually, I can probably, the emblem on his chest here. There we go. Is a logo designed by Jeremy. He got to come out and flex his logo creating skills. If you can see, there's 2 B's facing each other and a T. The top is the T, with the line down the middle is the T. Yeah. So, but I might have to cover that up because all I need to do is get a red and black block R, put it on this guy's chest, and he is a Rutgers dragon.
Nice. Yeah.
Which
Do
I'm
it up,
really
man.
pumped about. I've been
But
saying,
go
ahead.
I was gonna say, but and you can keep one the same. You just got to order another one to customize.
That's
You
right.
just got to order 2.
Yeah, you need 2. That's true.
Boom, enabled.
Real quick, before we start winding down here, I did go grab a giveaway when I got up, and it is the Star Wars Black Series Archive Series Darth Revan.
Oh man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Darth Revan. Pull me down. And let's give him away. And
So I wanted to ask, since we are 5 weeks away from Legion's Con, what is the one thing that you have your sights set on so far from what you've seen? Not talking about the exclusives or the armory stuff. Like, going into like the room with all the customizers and all the tables?
I don't know yet because I haven't done enough research on it yet. Like, I think the thing that I would say that I went into last year, um, I mean, obviously Eric's Goblins, which I did end up acquiring, were number one.
Yeah.
But also, John Caulfield had shown that blue fuzzy custom from with the Bryophytus body, the blue one.
Yep.
When he started posting his customs closer to Legion's Con last year, I was like, I need that. So that's the one that I gravitated towards. Got that too. But so far this year, I still think there's a lot to see. You know, like Eric Miller made a post the other day. I would love to get something from Eric, but he indicated that, like, number one, he was like, I did a lot better at IshCon than I thought I would. And number two, there you go, Steph, Scarlet alumni. Number two, he was like, he hasn't had a whole lot of time, so he doesn't have a lot of stuff done for Legion's Con, and he'll do what he thinks is appropriate or what he can. So he's not going to have a ton of stuff. So still waiting to see that. One story I had from last year was at Arthas Zoron's table. I saw on day one he had this one custom that like had a mixture of like translucent parts from Hagnon and also some like gold armor and stuff that just freaking looked awesome. I didn't grab it the first time I saw it. Somebody else bought it, so I missed out. I did get a really great head that he painted, but I would love to grab something else from Arthas's table. And he was on Legion's Lounge, I think, last week, I want to say.
Yeah.
And they were showing off some of his work and some of the stuff he's bringing. But one thing he noted was, do you know that vampire head that he's painted? I think it was a Planetary Dog Toys head, I
think I'm familiar with it.
It's the one where like the brain is in the back, like the translucent part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's only got a few of those left, I think, or he's only going to be bringing a few, and they're not going to be made anymore. So that I would really like to get that. What about you, man?
So I'm definitely hitting up Late Night's table because the stuff that he's been showing us is out of this world, incredibly good. But I will probably try to get over to Wade's Unparalleled table.
Oh yeah.
For the Odious exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm probably going to try to hit a bunch of different customizers than I hit last year because I missed out. I didn't even go to Eric Miller's table at all because as soon as the doors opened, he already had a line and most of his stuff was sold through.
Sorry, I just saw something that would be cool to show.
No, all good.
Real quick. Boom.
Yeah, that's so badass.
Ooh,
How badass is that? Woo!
yes.
Trevor is incredible.
Yeah, look at that.
Jesus.
There's one thing. What's I looking for here? Hold on. Okay, it's not there.
What about you, Amber?
She's like, stop messing with me.
I have no idea exactly where I'm going to go first because there's just so many things.
Yeah, I think, listen, there's going to be no shortage of like teases, hints, all that stuff. Here's the Wade exclusive that's coming. That Unparalleled Universe Wade is bringing to Legion's Con. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I need to get this. I need to. And he was talking about only having like 60 some there, so I would suggest
they're gonna go.
grabbing that.
They're gonna go fast.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's it. Pretty cool.
And this is he hand painted that head, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's the
That's
other
what
thing.
he said.
So
Allegiance. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be exclusive cloth goods, or at least first run exclusive cloth goods, and the heads are going to be hand painted by Wade himself. Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Going to be freaking awesome. So yeah, let's do a giveaway. All right, Amber, you pick the hashtag. What do you got? Whatever comes to mind.
Hashtag it's Saturday.
It's Saturday. So there's two S's. It's Saturday. Did I spell that right? It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Let's go.
There it is.
Keep this open for just a few minutes. So put the hashtag in the chat. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. And yeah, you too can be the proud owner of a Star Wars Black Series archive collection Darth Revan. So there you go. I imagine you're gonna get very good odds. It's Saturday. Hashtag it's Saturday. Throw up a banner too for that. Giveaway. Let's edit. There we go. Hashtag. Now I got to spell it again. It's Saturday. I hope that's right. It's Saturday. There we go. So, guys, what do you guys have planned for the rest of your Saturday?
Go ahead, Amber.
Well, I'm thinking that we play Uno, but that's just me, in my opinion. Ryan, what do you think?
So I'm going to be trying to sit here and play Uno because I don't really like that game.
You don't like Uno? Dude, that
Yeah.
is like one of our biggest family games, Uno.
I was never a fan.
I don't know that I was either,
right.
except that my family likes to play it. Or, you know, what was Victoria now is also my family, Victoria's family. So, as a matter of fact, if I say Uno too loud, my daughter's probably gonna be like, "You want to play Uno? You want to play Uno? Let's play Uno. Let's go."
Now, if she said shuffleboard, I'm in for that because we got like a tabletop shuffleboard.
You have tabletop
Shuffleboard it
shuffleboard?
is.
Yeah, it was like $30 on Amazon.
I would do
It's
that.
so fun.
So where I went to high school, Ocean City High School, Ocean City, New Jersey, we had shuffleboard courts as part of like the high school outside, like 2 blocks from the beach. So I loved shuffleboard.
The pool that I used to belong to when I was real young, they had shuffleboard courts, and me and my cousin would go up there. It was hot as hell on those courts too.
Oh.
So we work up a sweat, play a couple games, and then we would just go swimming.
It would be fun too because you start thinking like you have like all kinds of like little like you can put a little English on it. You like get your form down, right? Like it's cool. Where's all the shuffleboard heads at? Heads. Oh,
I guess alone.
you know what happened to me? This is so sad. So a few weeks ago or a month ago, whatever the hell it was, I don't know time. I'm old now, so time means nothing. Time is a closed circle. Oasis, yes, that Oasis, the British band from the 90s, announced they were getting back together and they were going to do a tour. And they announced some dates in the UK that they were going to be playing next year, like Wembley Stadium and a couple of places. And then you heard that, well, they're also going to be running a few dates in North America too. And I was so excited that I made a post where I said, I will pay literally any price to see Oasis live because I never thought I'd be able to see it because they were broken up for years and years and years. So I went on Ticketmaster, I set alerts, the whole thing. So I'm like, I am not missing when these tickets go on sale. So earlier today, my wife, Victoria, says, "Oh, did you hear they added another show?" I'm like, "What do you mean added another show?" She's like, "Oasis." I'm like, "What do you mean? They didn't go on sale yet." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I heard that yesterday. They added another show." And I'm like, "Are you sure that's not for like the UK shows?" And she's like, "No, I think that was for the North America shows." So I looked. They did have North America shows that went on sale. They went on sale yesterday, including 2 for MetLife Stadium, and they sold out
Oh,
in a freaking in a
in an
damn
hour?
hour. Sold out. Yep.
Damn.
And on top of that, I don't know if you've been to a concert recently, but they are freaking ridiculously expensive because Ticketmaster does this bullshit, the same shit they do with the airlines with this dynamic pricing, where if there's seats either on the plane or at the concert that people want, the price automatically goes up. So if you click on one and like you like the seat, like you better buy it, because if you go check another one, the algorithm is going to know you like that other seat and the price is going to be jacked up. Except
Oh, that's
Oasis said,
bullshit.
we're not doing that. So they said no to the dynamic pricing on Ticketmaster. So if you got in, presumably you just got like whatever the real original price was and didn't get gouged. But the problem is now they're completely sold out, which sucks. But the shows aren't until next August 31st and September 1st, 2025. So I will figure out a way to go. Barring family or work emergencies, I will figure out a way to go. The only questions is how and how much it's going to cost me. So we'll see. But I was very sad for a little while this morning. I couldn't even drink my coffee because I was so sad that somehow I had, even though I had set alerts and everything, that somehow I missed that the tickets were going on sale at all. So literally the only other friend that I know of that likes Oasis and that wants to go to this concert, I reached out to him and said, "I don't know how I missed it, but the tickets went on sale yesterday." And he's like, "Well, I had the pre-sale code and everything, and I knew about it." And he's like, "And I still didn't get tickets because they went so
Damn.
fast, it didn't matter."
So did it?
Jeez.
So do you know if he, like, when he went in there to buy it, does it put you in a virtual queue and it's like, oh, you wait your turn and then you might not get it?
Correct.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. So like, yeah, same thing. Where like it's like, all right, you're in the queue. You wait for your time to purchase the tickets, and then like it times out, or it's like tickets are no
Oh,
longer available. They're gone. Anybody that pre-orders toys has probably been through something similar. Thank you, Steph.
That's
Steph
a-
says, "I manifest Hedgie, you're there." Thank you. Appreciate that.
yeah. I'm hoping it works out for you, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. August could be very busy because there's another very expensive thing that I want to do in August next year, also at MetLife Stadium. SummerSlam. SummerSlam is
Oh.
in New Jersey next year, baby. Let's go.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm doing it. I'm going to that too.
So let me ask you this.
Mhm.
If PowerCon if it happens next year, it's in August, right?
Yes.
Would you not go to would you forego going to PowerCon to go to SummerSlam?
That's a tough call.
I wouldn't blame you.
That's a tough call. And it's again, it's less about 2 events that would both be awesome. I think PowerCon
Yeah.
is actually cooler than SummerSlam, but SummerSlam is a big event to behold, to see. But if I go to SummerSlam, it would be with this one really good friend that I have that I work with. So if we made plans to go to SummerSlam, like I would definitely go to that with him. You know what I mean? Because that's so we'll see. That would be sick if they were different weekends. And in August, I went to PowerCon, SummerSlam, and Oasis in the same month.
That would be sweet.
That would be sick. Luckily, my date to Oasis, if I get tickets, when I get tickets, is going to be my wife, Victoria. So she'd be going to at least one of the things. So should be okay. Love you, baby.
Is she? I don't know if we talked about this. Is she making an appearance at Legion's Con this year, or?
I'm trying to work that out. I think so. So I think
Nice.
Chase is going to be staying over at least one night, maybe 1 or 2 nights. while
Awesome.
we're there. Because he said he wanted to go, and I'm like, yeah, we got the hotel room. I'm like, you can come, hang out. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with him just kind of wandering around himself there. So I think so. That's the plan anyway, to get her there for at least a couple hours on one of the two main days, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. I know a lot of people would love
That's
to meet her.
awesome.
It would be cool. She's really
I'm
cool.
one of them.
Yes. So that would be awesome. I think she would like it. She doesn't collect action figures, but she's cool with me doing so. And, much like Amber sometimes can, turn around and look at Ryan and say,
Boom, enabled.
I can tell you this that too. Like, I remember, like, I have the Eternia set that I've talked about a few times sitting still in the box over there next to a couch. Just haven't set it up yet. And at one point I was like, yeah, I haven't even opened it yet. I should sell it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And Victoria's like, but you don't really want to. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to. I was like, it's the only Eternia I'm ever going to own. So she's like, so stay, so keep it, keep it.
Yeah.
So the Mezco Gomez mech set, right? The Void Commander mech set, which I had bought originally from the original pre-order. And then I was like, this is too ridiculous. It's too expensive. It's too big. I don't need it. Blah, blah, blah. I should sell it. I don't really want to. And she was like, well, you don't sell it if you don't want to. It's fine. Just keep it. I sold it anyway, but recently reacquired it from someone who is in this room right now, meaning Ryan. Thank you, sir. So it's here. But again, Victoria enabling me. So yeah. All right. Want to give away this Revan?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So here we go. Last call, guys. Last call. This is our giveaway today. The Star Wars Black Series Archive Collection. Darth Revan. We're going to give him away. Give him away. Hashtag It's Saturday. Hashtag It's Saturday in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Jose Torres.
Yay.
Congratulations, my
Rat.
friend.
Yay.
Congratulations. Jose Torres, my main man. The Jersey guy. What's going on? True story. I met Jose in person because he won one of our giveaways. And he lives not super, super far from me. And we met outside of my Target. That I go to, that's my Target. Met him and his beautiful wife and his really cool son. Chase and his son have met and talked about, I don't know what it was, Pokemon, something. I didn't understand what they were talking about, but they had a good time together. Jose, very cool guy. Happy that you, my friend. Oh, yes, of course. Jose is here and says, our Target, my friend. Our Target. Fair point. So congratulations. This is yours. Let me know. You want to meet at Target again or someplace else? Just let me know. We can do that. Or I'll send it to you. Just message me offline and we'll make sure you get your Darth Revan. Thank you, my friend, so much for stopping in the chat and hanging out tonight. Congrats. All right, guys. It was a fun little session.
Yes.
Fun little session. But it's about 8:35 now. Let's give everybody a break to kind of go back to their corners, chill out, do what they need to do. Get a snack, get a drink, open a toy, whatever you need to do before Purple Gang Gang at 9 p.m. So you got 25 minutes until then on the Purple Gang Gang YouTube channel. Again, they're going to have Dennis Derby. They're going to have giveaways, I'm sure. And they're going to have some exclusive footage dealing with the Swig Hunt. So that's good stuff. And then from there, Ostradamus Toys. in the clubhouse later on. Amber, any final thoughts? Any words of wisdom?
Live your best lives, and enjoy your weekends.
1000%. In your cool movie seats. Do you guys see this in the chat? Are you seeing Amber and Ryan have essentially a movie theater in their house? Amber is sitting on comfy movie seats that light up, I'm told. How crazy is
Yeah.
that?
So fun.
That's awesome. I need seats like that. Rhino, what about you, my man? What do you got to say? What are you doing these days? Do you have a new photo you're working on? What's happening?
I do. I actually took the photo. I edited it in post, and I'm not super happy with the way it turned out. So I'm going to go back in and just reshoot the whole damn thing.
All right. Cool.
Good.
I'll be working on my Mezco 5 points review. Hoping to get that up next week. So, all right, guys. Amber, Ryan, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Everybody who stopped by in the chat tonight, thank you so much for doing so. We appreciate you. We have fun hanging out on these Saturdays. We'll catch you again next week. And as we alluded to earlier, I think we're going to be doing some Halloween-themed stuff, taking a look at some scary stuff, and talking about some scary stuff. So join us next week. Please subscribe to the channel at Hedgehog Action if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live, because sometimes we switch the time around depending on availability and things like that. And everybody who stops in later on the replay, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Then, too, we love you guys. And until next time, don't forget the number one rule, which is...
Be cool.
Later.